Alright, hey everybody, welcome to another episode of TEW Local to Global 1987. We're back booking some GCW. Let's get straight to it. Back to the Mid-South we go. Don't forget this episode, we're booking our two Saturday Nights Wrestling as well as Resilience and Romance. So where did I leave off yesterday's episode? So Chris Candido got the victory over Dustin. Jerry Lynn faces Sting tonight. Disco defeated defeated Diesel after Ahmed Johnson interfered, if I remember correctly. Eddie challenged Chavo to a ladder match. Hollywood Blondes versus Harlem Heat at Resilience and Romance. Okay. So main event tonight, we'll do Sting versus Jerry Lynn. Sting gave Jerry Lynn an opportunity at the World Championships because he felt bad that Steve Williams forced his way into the title match. So we're going to make this a draw. It'll be open, decisive. It'll be a double... Where's the double stoppage? After interference from Steve Williams on Sting and on Jerry Lynn. And then I'll also get the WWE Heavyweight Championship on the line as well. Okay. After that, we're going to have Steve Williams beat them both down. Okay. Put you guys on Selling. And put you on Menace. Steve Williams beats down Sting and Jerry Lynn. Okay, make that 6 minutes. That's how we're going to close the show. We had Shane Douglas and Johnny Ace with a brawl. So what can I do? I'm going to do JJ Dillon. Put them all on entertainment. So Johnny Ace and Shane Douglas face to face. JJ Dillon announcement. Excuse me. Before that, we're going to get a singles match. Get Harlem Heat a little warm-up match for the Hollywood Blondes next Sunday as they take on Fire and Ice, Ice Train, and Scott Norton. Booker T getting the victory in 8 minutes. So that takes care of the Steve Williams, takes care of Johnny Ace, Shane Douglas, takes care of Eliminators Harlem Heat. So we've got Dustin Candido. Dustin can no longer challenge for the title, so we got to find somebody else to challenge for the championship. So what we'll do is we're going to have a 10-man battle royal with the winner facing Chris Candido at Resilience and Romance for the Intercontinental Championship. Do I want to do that? No, I won't do that. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do something else. You have Disco Inferno cut a promo. So Disco Inferno promo. Alright, we're also going to give Disco a match. As he is now a... Also, we got Kensuke Sasaki now. And Disco will get a victory over Diamond Shinobi in 7 minutes. Okay. Let me just change something here. On the side. Okay. That takes care of 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got to do Eddie Chavo. So Chavo will accept Eddie's challenge. Four minutes. That's going to be after Chavo has a match. Chavo Guerrero facing off against... we're going to do against 1, 2, 3 Kid. So that way we can put the Cruiserweight Championship on the line. And we can also have Diamond Dallas Page cost 1, 2, 3 Kid the match to progress their storyline. Okay, so now we've only got Taz, Mike Awesome to fit into the card. What happened last time? Taz cut a promo on Mike Awesome. So we're going to have Mike Awesome cut a promo on Taz. Okay, make that 5 minutes, and then we're going to open the show with a singles match, and we're going to give the crowd a little treat. We're going to give them Rey Mysterio against... Who can we give them against? A little bit of Rey Mysterio versus Rob Van Dam action? Sure, why not? And we're going to give them 13 minutes, and we're going to give Rey the victory. Let's run it. So, Rey opens the show with a victory over RVD in 12:41 by pinfall with a springboard Hurricane Rana. Rey with a 64, RVD with a 53. 63. Move on to Mike Awesome with a backstage promo on Taz. Taz says that nobody can beat him, and he doesn't let anybody survive. It's his decision. But well, you know what? I'm going to destroy Taz at Resilience and Romance, and I'm going to claim the TEW Championship. Put an end to his reign of terror. And that's it. Couldn't think of a good promo for Mike Awesome. It's okay, he can't think of one for himself. Oh. It's funny because Mike Awesome's bad at promos. Anyway, moving on. Chavo Guerrero defeats 1-2-3 Kid in 10:14 by pinfall following interference from DDP. Chavo makes defense number 1 of the Cruiserweight Championship. Chavo 57, 1-2-3 with a 57. Just a 68. Afterwards, he grabs a microphone and he accepts Eddie Guerrero's challenge as they face off at Resilience and Romance next Sunday in a ladder match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Disco Inferno gets a victory over the Diamond Shinobi in 7 minutes by pinfall with a last dance. Disco with a 21, Diamond Shinobi with a 59, a 51. Afterwards, Disco Inferno grabs a microphone and he says that he defeated Diesel. He already defeated a member of franchise, so he can probably defeat another one. So he challenges Chris Candido for the Intercontinental Championship. Disco versus Candido at Resilience and Romance. Now we're going to have to see if Chris Candido accepts the challenge. We're going to see that next week as we see a singles tag team match between Harlem Heat and Fire and Ice. Booker T defeats Scott Norton by pinfall with a spinebuster and Harlem's sidekick. Booker T was head and shoulders above everybody else. Stevie Ray 53, Booker T with a 70, Scott Norton 27, Ice Train 41, Booker T improving in performance a 60. We have a confrontation. Johnny Ace and Shane Douglas are face to face, and JJ Dillon comes out and he makes an announcement. Since Johnny Ace and Shane Douglas want to beat the living shit out of each other, their match at Resilience and Romance will be a last man standing match. I don't remember if I actually announced this already, but that's what they're getting. So a last man standing match between Johnny Ace and Shane Douglas next Sunday, 78. And I skipped ahead. Oh well, what the match get? No contest gets an 82. Okay, and then Steve Williams beat down Sting and Jerry Lynn. I double clicked by accident. That's fine. Popularity is still increasing to a region. Alright. So let's sim to the next show of today's episode, Saturday Night's Wrestling, right now. Alright, second show of today's episode. Let's get this over with. Mid-South we go. As the importance still not rising. I guess we're going to have to wait till probably 1995 so we can hit Colt. We're not there yet. Okay, so what do we have? Steve Williams, Sting, Jerry Lynn. What can we do with that? Well, we're going to have a promo with Steve Williams. And Jerry Lynn. And JJ Dillon. Steve Williams promo. Jerry Lynn comes out. JJ comes out. JJ Dillon's a busy man in GCW. Good thing Jesse Ventura hired himself a commissioner, because at this rate, Jesse would not have a break at all. And that's going to lead into Steve Williams taking on Kona Crush. And in 3 minutes, Steve Williams will be getting the victory over Kona Crush. Then we're going to do Jerry Lynn facing off against, let's do Lieutenant Flynn, member of the Armed Forces, with Jerry Lynn getting the victory in 2 minutes. Afterwards, we're going to have Steve Williams beat down Jerry Lynn. You'll see, this makes sense. Okay, make that 5 minutes. And then we're going to deal with the Taz Mike Awesome thing. We're just going to have Mike Awesome in a match just to warm him up for the Resilience and Romance match. He's going to face off against Dave Finley. And in 4 minutes, Mike Awesome will be getting the victory. Okay, after that, we're going to have a Lance Storm versus Diamond's Day match. And in 7 minutes, Lance Storm will be getting the victory. Afterwards, Diamond's Day will be beating down Lance Storm, and 123 Kid will make the save. Diamond's Day beats down Storm. 123 makes save. Okay, so that takes care of Diamond Brigade. We're taking care of Mike Awesome Taz, Steve Williams, Sting, Jerry Lynn. So Disco Inferno, Chris Candido, Johnny Ace, Shane Douglas, Eliminators versus Harlem Heat versus Hollywood Blondes. We're going to do Hollywood Blondes. We're going to do Stunning Steve Austin. I want Stunning Steve Austin to have a warm-up match. Haven't had him in a singles match in a while. So he can take on Steve Blackman. Yeah. Get the victory in 6 minutes. Alright, what can we do after that? We're going to have Chris Candido, Jim Cornette, and Diesel backstage. We're also going to have Shane Douglas there. And we'll put Hunter there as well. All a franchise. Franchise, backstage, promo. Did I miss anybody from franchise? Chris Candido, Diesel. Oh, okay, no, I didn't. Good. Alright, so that takes care of Johnny Ace, Shane Douglas, Disco, Chris Candido, Steve Williams, Sting, Jerry Lynn, Taz, Mike Awesome. Okay, and only Chavo and Eddie remain. So we're going to do a singles match. We're going to put Eddie in a match. He can face off against... Who can he face off against? Dan Severn? Perry Saturn? I don't know. Marcus Bagwell. Let's do Marcus Bagwell. Because we're trying to turn him face. So Eddie can get the victory. We'll make it a flash pinfall. After that, we're going to have Chavo, Eddie, and Marcus Bagwell. So Chavo will beat down Eddie Guerrero. Marcus Bagwell will make the save. Alright, that's going to officially turn him face. And then in our main event, we're going to have a singles match between Dustin Rhodes and the one, the only, Dan Severn. Sure, why not? And in 14 minutes, Dustin Rhodes will be getting the victory. Let's run it. So, opening up our show, we got Steve Williams claiming he is way better than Jerry Lynn. That it's not even comparable. Like, Williams is in a league of his own, and Jerry Lynn is nowhere near that. And Jerry Lynn comes out, J.J. Dillon comes out, and Jerry Lynn challenges him to a beat the clock challenge, saying that there's only one way to find out who is truly better in the ring, and J.J. Dillon agrees to the condition. Steve Williams will be going up first right now. And he has his first showing and defeats Kona Crush in 2:49 by pinfall with an Oklahoma Stampede. So in 2:49, that's the time Jerry Lynn has to beat. So Steve Williams with a 90, Kona Crush with a 38. We move on to Jerry Lynn beating the time with a 157, getting a victory over Lieutenant Flynn. Lynn versus Flynn tonight. Pinfall with a Tornado DDT. Jerry Lynn versus Jerry Flynn. Great match. Lynn with a 62, Lieutenant Flynn with a 21, 58, and afterwards, because he's a sore loser, Steve Williams beats down Jerry Lynn. Mike Awesome gets a victory over Dave Finlay in 342, looking ahead to his FTW World Championship match against Taz this Sunday at Resilience and Romance. Gets a 59. We move on to Lance Storm versus Diamond's Day. Lance Storm does manage to get the victory over Diamond's Day in 7:16 by submission. Afterwards, Diamond's Day beats down Lance Storm, and the 1-2-3 Kid ends up making the save for Lance Storm, since Storm made the save for the 1-2-3 Kid when he was getting beaten down by the Diamond Brigade. Gets a 61. Stunning Steve Austin gets a victory over Steve Blackman in 5:41 by submission. Austin with a 69, Blackman with a 58, 72, as Austin looks to defend the World Tag Team Championships along with his partner Brian Pillman against the Harlem Heat this Sunday. 72. Then we have Franchise backstage. Chris Candido says the Disco Inferno stands no chance this Sunday, that Chris Candido will walk out still the Intercontinental Championship, champion, and there's nothing the Disco can do about it. Cornette agrees. Diesel has a quick promo on Ahmed Johnson interfering in his match against Disco. He challenges Ahmed Johnson to a match this Sunday. We have Shane Douglas cutting a quick promo on Johnny Ace, saying there's no way in hell that Johnny Ace will be able to withstand the amount of punishment that Shane Douglas will deliver to him. And Hunter Hearst Helmsley is just there. Triple H. 77. Eddie Guerrero gets a victory over Marcus Bagwell in 9 minutes by pinfall with a fast roll-up. Afterwards, Chavo beats down his uncle as he faces off against Eddie in a ladder match this Sunday at Resilience and Romance, and Marcus Bagwell ends up making the save. That's going to turn him face. I don't care. 59, Marcus Bagwell officially a face in GCW. And our main event, Dustin Rhodes defeats Stan Severn in 13:33 by pinfall with a Bulldog. Gets a 71 to end the show with a 74, improving our popularity in 2 regions. And that was the final Saturday Night's Wrestling of today's episode. So now we're just going to go ahead to Resilience and Romance. We're going to show you the results as always, as we have pretty stacked card. Let's see what we have. We have Chavo Eddie in a ladder match. We have Johnny Ace, Shane Douglas, last man standing. We have Steve Williams, Sting, Jerry Lynn in a triple threat. Taz, Mike Awesome for the FTW Championship. Disco Inferno, Chris Candido. Harlem Heat versus the Hollywood Blondes. We have Chavo versus Eddie in the ladder match. I already said that. I don't know why I repeated it. Ahmed versus Diesel. Stacked card. We're going to get straight to it right here, right now. Alright, we are here at Resilience and Romance, and Jesse Ventura opens up the show with a microphone. He says, "Welcome everybody to Resilience and Romance, but before we get into this show, KMPX, the broadcast channel, can suck my..." You can fill in the blank. They have banned us from performing a ladder match here tonight. Therefore, the Eddie Guerrero, Chavo Guerrero ladder match will be changed to a regular singles match. KMPX, go yourself. And that's it. So, we're probably going to cancel our contract with KMPX. Ahmed Johnson defeats Diesel in 6:20 by pinfall with a spinebuster. Ahmed with a 45, Diesel with a 71. Alright, now I'm pretty sure I forgot what match is next. It's Taz, Mike Awesome, so pick your bet. Who's gonna win, Taz or Mike Awesome? Well, Taz defeats Mike Awesome in 14 minutes by pinfall with a T-bone suplex. He makes defense number 7 of the FTW Championship. Mike Awesome with an 86, Taz with an 81, 78. Next up, I believe, is the Intercontinental Championship match. Chris Candido versus Disco Inferno. Chris Candido retains the Intercontinental Championship in 13:30 by pinfall after using underhanded tactics. Makes defense number 5 of the Intercontinental Championship. 78 Candido, 24 for Disco, a 70. Next up, the Chavo Eddie Guerrero match, which was originally going to be a ladder match, but KMPX decided to be assholes. So, Eddie Guerrero regains the Cruiserweight Championship in 1952 by pinfall with a frog splash. Eddie with a 72, Chavo with a 65, ends the show, ending the match with an 82. So Eddie and Chavo changing the title again. Only been a month, but you know what? This feud is really heated. So next up is the World Tag Team Championship match, the Harlem Heat versus the Hollywood Blonde match. Let's get straight to it. In 86, Hollywood Blondes defeat Harlem Heat in 1855 when Pillman defeated Stevie Ray by pinfall with a flying corkscrew cross body. During the match, we also saw Perry Saturn run in and attack Booker. Cronus attack Stevie Ray. They make defense number 4 of the World Tag Team Championships. Stevie Ray with a 74, Booker T with an 86, Stunning Steve Austin with a 90, and Pillman with a 93 and 86. After the match, the Eliminators beat down Harlem Heat and the Hollywood Blondes. They hold up the World Tag Team Championships. So this is not over. The World Championship match, Sting defeats Steve Williams and Jerry Lynn in 21-20 when Sting defeated Williams by submission with a Scorpion Deathlock. Sting makes defense number 5 of the WWA World Heavyweight Championship and defense number 4 of the GCW World Championship. Sting with a 95, Williams with an 82, and Jerry Lynn with a 79. He hung in there. Improving in technical skill is Jerry Lynn, 86. Now the main event. Johnny Ace, Shane Douglas. Who's going to walk out of this last man standing match the winner? Who will it be? These two have been feuding for almost a year. Well, it's been over a year, I would say. But a year ago, I should say, Shane Douglas defeated Johnny Ace to expulse him out of GCW, and he recently made his return. So who will be the winner of this match? Johnny Ace puts an end to the feud between him and Shane Douglas in 29-53 when Shane Douglas could not beat the 10 count after an Ace Crusher. Johnny Ace gets an 81, Shane Douglas with a 90, ends the show with an 83 as Johnny Ace celebrates to close the show, improving our popularity in 2 regions. Sting, Brian Pillman, Stunning Steve Austin. Excuse me. And now we're going to have the, it's next month, the half-year awards. Eddie Guerrero's completed his tour. Vampiro's completed his .16. Ahmed Johnson's going to be a star. I agree. So let's see what happened. We grew at 37. Made a profit. So broadcasting. KMPX. We're going to... Let's see, where are they broadcasting us? Mid-South, very small. We can get tiny. Alright, let's pretend we didn't say they were assholes on the air. Let's pretend Jesse Ventura just announced that, yeah. Okay. And looks like that's how we're going to end this episode of GCW. Make sure to like if you like this video, subscribe if you want more, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.